How did you get here? Did you fly? You walked?
Yeah.
Did you come on a private jet?
Of course not.
No, so how do you justify this? Look at all of this. For 1 week event, the carbon footprint is huge. Don't you think that's a bit hypocritical?
Oh, drop it.
No?
Drop it. Look, there's lots of progress being made. But look, I'm not doing a stand-up interview, okay?
Why not? You're walking that way anyways. I think people around the world, you know, they say regaining trust. That's the whole purpose.
I do lots of media.
Friendly media.
No, I do. No, God, no.
The ones that are here invited.
Look, I'm doing no media at this one.
Can we sit down and I'll make a time with you and answer some actual tough questions?
You can make a request for a meeting, and
so you can deny it.
Look, as I say, with everyone else, you can do the same thing as with the guy from True North.
Yeah, he's a good guy, but
he's a good guy. I'm sure you're a good guy as well. All people are good. It's absolutely right.
But the whole world is looking at this now, going, "You're a pack of hypocrites, and you're at the top of the chain there." What would you answer people? Just give me one answer to the people. Take care, sir.
This is Canadian new PM caught up in Davos. I posted this video few months ago where he was unable to answer questions. Now he is the new PM of Canada, taking over Justin Trudeau. When you take a look at what he said during his acceptance speech, it's crazy. There is one that triggered a lot of people, especially Americans on social media. Justin Trudeau, an elected successor, Mark, declared why America wage a war on woke Canadians will continue.
New state Canada has themselves a brand new prime minister. His name is Mark Carney, and he is an economist and a former governor of the Bank of Canada.
So Donald Trump thinks he can weaken us with his plan to divide and conquer. Pierre Poilievre's plan will leave us divided and ready to be conquered. Because a person who worships at the altar of Donald Trump will kneel before him, not stand up to him. The Americans want our resources, our water, our land, our country. Think about it. If they succeeded, they would destroy our way of life. In America, healthcare is a big business. In Canada, it is a right. The Canadian government has rightly retaliated and is rightly retaliating with our own tariffs that will have maximum impact in the United States and minimum impact here in Canada. And my government will keep our tariffs on until the Americans show us respect.
Yes, when you take a look at Libra celebrating when this man came in, like this crazy guy, this is what he tweeted. Canada incoming Prime Minister Mark just put Donald Trump in his place shortly after being selected by the Libra party. He's unelected. A person who worships at the altar of Donald Trump will kneel before him, not stand up to him. These are dark days brought on by a country we can no longer trust. My government will keep tariffs until the Americans show us respect. He is not playing around. Trump has pissed off the Canadians. That is what Libras are putting out. When I look at this man, ranting like this, it is crazy. This is the same way we saw Justin Trudeau bragging after a few days. He was the one running up and down doing calls with Trump to remove it. The way he started, in few days to come, I will report on this same man changing his tone.
The Prime Minister and the Finance Minister who resigned at the end of last year, she only got 8% of the vote, and Mark Carney coming in with nearly 86%. That is absolutely astonishing. He promised a mandate for change within the Liberal Party, and I think that's clearly what people wanted. They wanted someone who was an economic strong hand, which Mark Carney, having been both Governor of the Bank of England through Brexit, Governor governor of the Bank of Canada too, is something that, economics is his bread and butter. And I think also this was clear that they just wanted to move away from the politics of the last decade of Justin Trudeau, with whom Chrystia Freeland was so closely implicated. Mark Carney is a very, very solid figure in terms of the economy and therefore dealing with Donald Trump. But he doesn't have political experience in the way that Chrystia Freeland did. He's never been a politician, but in his own words, he has been a leader. You don't lead institutions like that unless you have considerable experience leading organizations. And he has a very, very difficult job on his hands in terms of this tariff war with Donald Trump. But clearly, the Canadian Liberals felt that he was the man to combat Donald Trump rather than Chrystia Freeland.
So for everybody who is very anti-Donald Trump, pro-Team Canada right now, I'm just curious if the outrage is going to extend, because the plot has thickened and China has now slapped Canada with 100% tariffs on various things, including certain types of vegetable oils, peas, that kind of stuff, and a 25% hike on pork and seafood. And this is actually because Canada last year decided to impose tariffs on Chinese electric vehicles and metals. That actually caused China to make a complaint to the World Trade Organization, because they say it completely goes against our commitments, which is kind of funny because that is exactly the same thing that Canada is accusing the US of doing, even though we did that last year in China and nobody said a word about it. So I'm just wondering, are all Canadians now boycotting China as well? Are our leaders going to start name-calling Chinese authorities, government leaders? Or was that just exclusive for Donald Trump because it was beneficial for them in this Liberal leadership campaign and hopefully to win the next election?
Yes, he has no political experience, but he has mouth to sit and shout like we will continue to hit the United States. It is crazy. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I don't always like to judge these people at the beginning. I want to observe what he wants to do, because these same people usually make like this along the way. They start do private calls to, see how they can resolve the issue. According to him, he wants the tariffs to remain there. I don't know what these people are doing. Like the other day, China just hit these people. Imagine fighting how many battles at the same time. China hit them. I believe you've seen this clip. Justin Trudeau did his best, mess up the whole system. Now this guy is coming in. They actually thought this is a good idea, bringing in this man at this time. Let's wait and observe what exactly will happen in a few days ahead.
Isn't it amazing, though, that they're almost the same age, and yet Biden is like crypt keeper, kind of like
Well, that's genetics.
Skeletor. Well, or how we treat ourselves.
Absolutely.
Whereas Trump, almost the same age, and I used to say it in my act, like it was like he puts on the wig and the face paint, and he's like Kiss in 1976. It's like he hasn't changed a day. Nothing is different. He's got a brand, which was kind of brilliant.
Dude's
like
got more energy.
energy.
More go. And wants to win at every level. Wants to win at every level.
But he doesn't. He does not present as old. You know what I mean? He doesn't like.
It's fine, Bill. Sometimes I'll talk to him. Like sometimes I'll call him. I told him, I said, sir, you don't have to pick up my calls all the time. Like sometimes I've had a few beers.
Oh, he's not doing anything.
He's up calling my.
Trust me.
And then he'll get me back. He'll call me like 5:30 in the morning. And be like, hey, you up? And I will, because neither one of us sleep a lot.
Really?
This and the other. But his energy level, his fight, his wanting to win, no matter what it is, like somebody with those qualities, I want fighting for me. I want him in my corner, no matter what the fight is. And we're fighting for America. I want him in my corner.
I wish I was in that corner. I was in a corner with a guy who could fight like him. I agree. There's nobody better. But at like getting what he wants.
Did you repeat that?
No, nobody better at getting what he wants.
No, you said nobody better.
Nobody better at getting what he wants. I have issues with the means, which is crucial to that point. You can't get what you want just by any means. Like, we want Greenland, we're just going to take it. No, it doesn't work that way. But let me...
Well, that's what he says, and that's part of his negotiations. That's part of the genius when he goes in and he says, like, hey, don't do this. Like, well, you're going to do what? He's like, I'm going to blow you the fuck up. People are like, even if they believe him 5%, and it keeps them from starting a war somewhere.
This is B. Maher praying every single day to be like Trump, winning every day like him. This is someone who criticized Trump throughout. Now, look at his tone. That's it. At a certain point, when I watch him doing this, I was like, are you serious? Like, if I start digging videos, how he blows on Trump one after, Thank you guys for always being there, sharing out my videos. I appreciate you greatly. There is something going on with the channel. I don't know if they don't want to recommend the videos or how we will continue to show you the truth. These past few days, I'm not able to put out videos like I do, 3, 4 a day. But I'm getting back soon. I was not feeling too well. If you see clips after this, no, it is for the YouTube algorithm. You can stop here if you want.
Where when they go to war?
Lucrative?
Yeah, lucrative. This is the crash out buckets, because I feel like when you wear this helmet, you already crashed out. It's like you committed to the crash out. Like
Right. You're all in.
All in. So I feel like we at war right now with the Democrats. I know.
Why go after them, too? Go after the Republicans.
Because they don't know how to fight and be part of an opposition party. Representative Green.
Majority of people vote for
that. As long as we wrap before the new season of South.
Watch this moment where, of course,
when we talk about admitting that, but so be it. And the fact is that it doesn't matter whether Vice President Vance planned it or just took the opportunity to bait Zelensky. Zelensky took the bait. Okay,
yeah.
And
what happened at the White House today?
Today, Donald Trump irreparably destroyed the 80-year-old post-World War II international order.
An Oval Office ambush of an American image for years to come.
That was, to say the least, vision.
It was a truly historic moment and Europeans have ever known.
A complete and utter mess. We don't gain anything by acting like bullies, and this is what bullies do.
I think there's no question that this was a setup. You heard Donald Trump say at the end of that clip you played, this is great television.
To issue an apology tonight?
Absolutely.
All right, but what else is going on? Not much in the Oval Office to discuss the big turnaround that the country has done, where Trump says now he's the dictator.
To say that it is one of the most astonishing moments that we have ever seen happen.
Today, Trump threatened Putin with sanctions.
And we begin with a story.
Isn't it crazy that everybody was saying Trump's going